Hey, what's up, Logo Psychology students? It is Monday, June 22nd. Happy Monday. Hopefully, you had a good long weekend. It was a pretty packed weekend when we have Friday was Juneteenth. Saturday was the official start of summer, first day of summer, and then, of course, yesterday, Sunday, was Father's Day. So, happy all those days to you. Hopefully, you had good ones. I know I had good ones, and happy Monday, happy day 60 of our e-learning experience. That's right, we have had now 60 online school days, and we are on the first day of week 3 of term 6, meaning that we are just about halfway through term 6 already, right? Midterm is later this week. It's hard to believe that we're just rolling along halfway through term 6. So let's keep this rolling. Let's go ahead and get on to the blackboard and see what's on the agenda for today. Let's go ahead and get out of here and get into blackboard. There we are. We're on the class page. Take a look at the bulletin board real quick. Nothing new to see here. Just the same old e-learning instructions with the note about the Zoom meeting on Thursday. And the message about the daily YouTube messages, which can be found right below. There's me from last week. Look a little different this week, don't I? What happened? I don't know. If we go to topics, the topics tab up at the top, we'll see we are still in the same topic. We're still working on chapter 13. I think we're wrapping up chapter 13 today, which is all about gender, right? Male and female, and the physiological differences between male and female, but more importantly, the psychological differences between male and female, and the behaviors and the social norms associated with those behaviors. So we see our download of our reading. It's always the one at the top is the most recent one. So that's page 388 to 395. We also have the questions to go along with those pages embedded right here on our topics page. But let's go ahead and click on that download, and we'll see. As I said, we are still talking about gender role behavior, right? Communication between males and females, sexual attraction, selecting a mate, right? And how males and females are different in that regard. Also hormonal differences, right? A lot has been paid attention to the hormonal cycles of women. What's interesting to note in this chapter is they talk about how women aren't the only ones who go through monthly hormonal cycles. All humans do, male, female, whatever. We all go through hormonal cycles. It's not as profound as we see with the menstrual cycle in females. But absolutely, males have hormonal cycles that they go through every month too. And then, the reading and the chapter, as I stated before, ends with gender role behavior and how boys and girls, little boys and little girls, learn to be men and women, right, in our society, and what is appropriate behaviors for men and women in our society. And when we talk about nature and nurture, that's completely nurture, right? There is, I think I mentioned before, a branch of psychology, evolutionary psychology, that suggests that, we have evolved to be, males and females better at certain tasks, right? But it doesn't have to be that way, right? A lot of it is just training, right? And in our society, we have, certain things that we think are normal for boys and girls, and then again, doesn't mean that little girls, can't enjoy playing with toy trucks, and little boys playing with dollies, right? It's just, again, it's personal preference, being an individual, but we do absolutely influence. I wonder if any of you know who that person is. That's a character from Saturday Night Live years ago, back in the 90s, known as Pat. Pat was androgynous. No one knew if Pat was a boy or a girl, and it was a funny joke in the 90s. Nowadays, probably wouldn't be as funny. But then we have our pause for thought questions. There's 3 of them to go along with this reading, and you can answer those questions, like I said, through the Google Forms. And all of the previous assignments can be found under this topic. You see, if we scroll down, we got all the assignments from Chapter 12 and Chapter 13. So if you're missing any assignments, this is a place where you can submit your answers. But current assignments, as always, are found under the Assignments tab. So if we go to the Assignments tab, we see there's the newest assignment just put up this morning in Chapter 13, page 388 to 395. That's where you can answer those 3 pause for thought questions. And then, of course, we have our question of the day. So let's take a look at the question of the day. Again, it gets to this gender role behavior, right? According to the norms of our society, and again, it's different from one society to the next, but here in America, in our society, what is one behavior that you know of that is considered a male behavior, and what is one behavior you know of that is considered a female behavior? Again, there is no specific, the only behavior I can think of that is, a female behavior is having babies, right? That's the one thing that a man can't do, right? That only women can do. Other than that, men and women can do anything. But what is normal? And again, what does that mean? If I were to go do a behavior, that someone would consider weird for me as a man to be doing, because in our society it's considered a female behavior. Vice versa, right? If my wife were to go out and do something that everyone would look at her kind of funny, again, who cares? But why would they look at her funny? Because that's considered a male behavior and she's a female. That's what we're talking about here. What does our society consider male and female behaviors? And again, these are stereotypes. They're not correct, right? They're just what's the norm. Go ahead and answer that. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you think. Let me know what you think on the question of the day, and go ahead and answer those questions to go along with the reading. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you later on. Peace.